For every woman out there, part of the Me Too movement, who has been assaulted, who has been hurt, who has been the victim of someone, my heart breaks for you. A man should never, ever hurt a woman. I was raised so opposite of that. I've had to let go of people for making unwanted advances towards me. They'll put themselves on me. They'll put their chests against me. They'll put their butts against me. They'll hug me. They'll kiss me. It makes me feel uncomfortable. You ready?
Do you want to get a kiss from the camera? Got you! That's awesome. Welcome to Mardi Gras.
Welcome to Mardi Gras. So,
That looked wonderful.
thank you. So at any rate, you guys ready to shoot? Let's shoot. And then people start ordering a bunch of food, and it starts to get huge. The crew orders $100 of food on snacks, and then they eat 25% of it.
Can I get a salad, like a $6 salad? Mind you, I'm working 20 hours, 18 hours, 16 hours, the whole day for him, running around, carrying his bags, second shooting, production imaging, scouting models, dressing models. Like, you know, it was like, you can't give me a $6 salad. And every time it'd be a comment like, you're more expensive than my triplets. And dang, Joyce, like $6. And I'd be like, are you kidding me? You know, like.
I mean, the way these girls are spending your money is off the charts awful.
I got fire throwers to shoot for free. I got a motorcycle down there. I set up a whole shoot. I specifically remember this because I was so upset that I got all of this stuff together and he gave me $80 that day. $80 for working for him for about 16 hours, setting up an entire shoot with fire throwers, models, motorcycles, and he got to film a Sony video with all my hard work.
I've maintained my privacy, and I have given them their privacy.
There was an instance during this time that you took me to a back room and insisted on helping me into the costume or outfit rather than having me do it myself. You had me stripped down to put the outfit on me. A decent man wouldn't go in there with me and try to put this costume on me.
But I am a decent man. That I promise you.
It started to become like, if we didn't find a naked model, a model that would get naked, or a model that would shoot, we would be like treated very badly, or I would be treated very badly. It was like, you better find me a model to shoot naked or I'm not going to be happy.
Sure. And I said, but I don't want to shoot nude. So his look was kind of a look of disapproval. Like, he was just like, okay, why not? So I was just kind of like, yeah, you know, I'm over the whole thing. It's like, I can't post those pictures. I'm not going to post them. You know, you're not going to post them. So it's like, I'm over it, you know. So he wasn't very happy. So he basically told me that was like me cutting his wings, because he was this creative person, and not being able to shoot nude was like almost like the end of the world for him, honestly.
He proceeded to tell me about how the position involved companionship. So I asked him to elaborate. Basically, you're his girlfriend. You sleep in bed. He doesn't expect you to warm up to him immediately, but he does expect it to be quickly. And rub his shoulders, sleep in his bed, give him sexual favors, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, and I distinctly remember telling him, that's probably why you can't keep a good modeling assistant, because the people who know what they're doing don't prostitute themselves out when they put in a job application like, oh, also I want to be a prostitute.
So then we get to the hotel, and I didn't even sleep in the room. I took my laptop and my phone, And I went downstairs into the lobby while this person slept, and I immediately called my dad and I called my boyfriend, and I cried the entire night. I was so trying to wrap my head around everything that happened that I was just so uncomfortable already. Well, the next morning, he told me to meet him in the lobby in the cafeteria area and to talk about what had happened. And they pretty much told me that they thought that as if I thought you were interested in me. I thought this was going to be more than it was. I wanted to do certain things like slow dance in Paris, or I thought we had a connection there. I just thought this was going to be more of a deeper thing. And that completely threw me off guard, considering the fact that this person is married with kids. I'm not really sure how this person thought my friendliness meant that I wanted them more. I never gave them any signals that I wanted them more. I'm just a friendly person. I just come off as a friendly person. Everyone that knows me knows that I'm, friendly, silly Kristen. I don't come off in that way, and that would never happen, like, ever. So I immediately, when that was exchanged between us, I stated, you need to book me a flight home immediately. I want to go home right now.
It was a constant struggle of pushing boundaries, of either an inappropriate touch, an inappropriate word. He'd ask me out on dates. I wasn't comfortable sharing beds. I wasn't comfortable with him touching me. I said, don't touch my boobs, don't touch my butt, don't touch my vagina. He said, I've never touched you there. I said, I get that. He's never touched me on my vagina, but he had touched my boobs at that point. He touched my butt at that point. And I told him, don't touch me there. I'm not okay with it. So we're on Jekyll Island on the 5th. We show up and there's one bed. And I am obviously very uncomfortable by it. So Jason kind of huffs and gets a room with 2 beds. So I'm sitting in my bed, he's sitting in his bed, he decides to edit. I'm reading a book. And he just snaps his laptop down and said, what are you even doing? Why do I even have you here? I could have come in here and read a book next to me. You're not doing anything for me.
I was never good enough. He belittled me in front of workshop attendees, calling me a hoochie and a hoe and a whore. The first time I ever met his triplets, he said, this is Joyce, your crackhead biological mother. And I just thought, what the hell? That is so inappropriate.
Because this is how she felt, and this is how much I did for her.
Like, never in a million years would I have consented to someone smacking my butt. I said, hey, that's my butt. It's got my boyfriend's name on it. And instead of taking the actual hint, I got some shade thrown at me for even having a boyfriend. So the more I brought up the fact that I wasn't available and wasn't interested, the more it seemed as if, now that I look back on it, as if he retaliated. You manipulated it to seem that, like, everyone I had worked with, that all of our crew members, everyone in the past, like, this was okay with them. So I felt guilty. I literally apologized to you for it in England. I apologized for not sleeping in the same bed as you because you made me think it was okay. Because other women did it too. Disgusting.
Honestly, in this day and age, I wouldn't ever be alone with a model. Ever.
I had to change outfits. So, this is where it gets hard. I told him, hey, I'm gonna go behind, the doors to change my outfits. Because like I said before, we're outside and there's no bathroom, nothing for me to change, go and change. So I told him that I was gonna go behind, like, the car on the opposite side, where, like, he was standing and setting up for the shoot, because he had to bring out lighting, because, like I said, it was getting dark, so he had to switch everything. He was like, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'm just gonna set up. So I opened like the 2 car doors to kind of block me from the side and the front, and I was in between them changing. And mid-change, you know, I was naked because I was in mid-change already, putting on my next outfit. Comes up behind around the door, and he touches my butt from the back going to my private part, like kind of like gropes it, I guess you could say, and says, "Good job, you're doing great." Right there, I got the most disgusting chills in my body. I was scared. I just remember turning around and giving him this face. Like, what the fuck did you just do?
You're gross. You're nasty. What the?
Let me make this very clear. I do not like, nor do I trust that man. I would not recommend young women to work for him. I find him really creepy and inappropriate, and I won't work with him ever again.
So my friends, you've watched a very interesting video. The only courtroom in this world that matters is a court of public opinion. And so I submit to you, the jury, this is my case. Be very careful with what you do. There are evil people out there to hurt you.